China's influence in Latin America. It's doing harm to countries in the region and is an example of the hostilities of communism being at the U.S.'s geographic doorstep. That's according to testimony before the House Foreign Affairs Committee. It says the Chinese regime's offers usually involve predatory lending and infrastructure investment that leads to more surveillance. I wanted to explore this topic more, so I spoke with communist subversion expert Trevor Loudon, who is also an Epoch Times contributor and the author of The Enemies Within.
China, the People's Republic of China, has huge influence in many Latin American countries now. Panama, with the Panama Canal, which is extremely strategic. Lots and lots of influence in Brazil. They're doing, Chinese agricultural companies are moving into Brazil. Since Lula da Silva, the president from the Workers' Party, took over after ousting Bolsonaro, the Chinese influence has massively increased. You know, China's involved with Brazil in the BRICS, the Brazil, Russia, India, China alliance, which is now expanding to take down the US dollar. But also Mexico, AMLO, the president of Mexico, who is a former member of the Mexican Communist Party and a founder, well, a long-time member of the Sao Paulo Forum. That's an alliance of socialist and communist parties set up in 1990 by Lula da Silva of Brazil and Fidel Castro. You know, AMLO has the president of Mexico, Obrador, or AMLO as he's known, has made huge connections to the Chinese Communist Party. And we're hearing reports of Chinese nationals regularly coming across the border now, many of them believed to have links with Chinese special forces, etc. So this is economic, it's political, it's strategic, it's military, it's all of these things.
What should the United States be doing right now to counter China's growing influence in Latin America?
Well, basically, the United States needs to get a lot tougher on Latin America. The answer of the Obama administration onwards has basically been throw more money in Latin America. As Latin America goes more left-wing and more illegal immigrants start coming across the border, the answer has been, well, we need to help build the infrastructure of Latin America so these people don't come across the border, etc. No, the United States needs to get very, very, very tough. Reassert the Monroe Doctrine, you know, which said that no European or Asian power would ever be allowed into America's sphere of influence. So now we've got Chinese bases in Cuba. You know, it's a Chinese spy base in Cuba. China is deeply in bed with the left-wing government of Colombia, were formerly a great American ally. China's in Mexico, China's in Costa Rica, China's in Panama, controlling the Panama Canal. So America has to assert the Monroe Doctrine. You tell every Latin American country, if you want to keep trading with the United States, cut your ties to China. That it has to be China or the United States. You choose, and that has to be enforced very strongly.
Very good in-depth analysis on this. Trevor Loudon, Epoch Times contributor and author of The Enemies Within. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.